and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Tanya Neja. Well, the Monetary Policy Committee of the Reserve Bank of India left the repo rate unchanged at 6.5% and also retained its stance of remaining focused on the withdrawal of accommodation. Experts believe that the RBI's decision to impose an incremental CRR of 10% of NDTL on banks dampened the Dalal Street's mood. Though some, upward revision to inflation was expected, a temporary liquidity withdrawal mechanism from the system has caught bankers and market participants on the wrong foot. And if you look at the markets at this point in time, it's clearly, markets not really reacting on a positive note. We are still down to the tune of 244 points on Sensex. 65,759 is the level where we are at, and Nifty 50 also 66 points lower. 19,566 is the level where we are at as far as Nifty 50 is concerned. Let us pull up the Nifty Bank for you and see what's happening as far as the banking pack is concerned. Broader markets, they of course continue to do well, mid cap and small cap both trading in the green, and this is something that we are seeing from the past few sessions. A Nifty Bank down to the tune of 220 points, 44,652 is the level where we are at. But let's do one thing, let's welcome our guest on the show today and let him decode the RBI policy decisions for you. So Mr. Kranti Batini joins us from Wealth Mill Securities. Thank you so much, Mr. Batini, for taking the time and joining us here on Business Today Television. What do you make of the policy decisions and this incremental CRR? This, I think, experts believe is really not working for the Dalal Street as we speak. So what are your thoughts and where are the markets headed in the near term according to you?
Yeah, Tanya, the much awaited MPC meet is over, and it's clear the status quo has been maintained despite of the high inflationary environment. And RBI is very clear. Okay, they want to give the headroom to the growth, but they want to target the inflation around 4%, the targeted inflation, and RBI is going to act as per the requirement going ahead. So the markets were initially at the stage when the MPC meet and outcome came into the came out. Market was swinging in between red and green. In fact, during the day, market recovered in a positive territory. Later on, market drifted down further as the incremental CRR came into the picture. It is a short-term measure to clear the overhang about the excess liquidity in the system. So that's where the market turned into profit booking mode right now. But the key concern for the market at this point of time is more than the CRR incremental increase. When the rate cuts going to come, whether it's going to come during this financial year or it's going to take further long period with respect to the any kind of rate cut. That's where the market is more than concerned at this point of time, and that's the reason we are witnessing some kind of profit booking at this point of time. But 19,562 we are holding at this point of time. So the yesterday markets were recovered from the range of 19,500 range. So we are holding the same kind of levels for the day. Having said that, the markets have recovered from a low in the March, nearly Nifty have rallied 15%. So it's quite obvious some kind of profit booking that takes at the top of the market range.
Okay, absolutely. And talking about the inflation, Mr. Batini, CPI inflation is projected at 5.4% from 5.1% for FY 23 and 24, Q2 at 6.2% from 5.2%, Q3 at 5.7% from 5.4%, and Q4 at 5.2%. CPI inflation for Q1 FY25 is projected at 5.2%. So how do you see the inflation numbers?
Yeah, well, we need to wait and watch for a couple of months' time, okay, for the food inflation to cool down. So currently, the major concern for what's fueling the market, fueling the inflation is currently the food inflation. So we need to, and that too, the vegetable prices. So we are in the middle of the monsoon, and the monsoon is very good in India. Uh, in the initial stages, market was worried there would be a deficit of the monsoon. Right now, we are in the excess of the monsoon. So we need to wait and watch. Next couple of months, we'll get a clear clarity with respect to the food inflation and cool off of inflation is concerned. Once the food inflation got cooled off, and if we witness some kind of stability in the global crude oil prices, that's going to definitely favor the market over a period of time, and we can get into RBI's comfort level. The other thing we need to key thing we need to keep in mind, uh, Tanya, uh, the global inflationary worries slightly drifting off. Uh, the data what we are getting from China, these are the indications that giving that inflation is cooling off after getting the data from China. So it is completely premature to stick to stubborn inflation at this point of time. Uh, of course, no doubt, inflation at this point of time is the key concern, but we can expect some cool off effect in the coming quarters with respect to inflation is concerned. So once the inflation cool off, RBI is in a position to take some kind of further growth measures.
Okay, and what do you think the future rate trajectory is going to be from the RBI, Mr. Patini, going forward?
Yeah, what we can expect is the market is anticipating probably in terms of December we can get a rate cut from Reserve Bank of India (MPC),
Hmm.
but that seems to be getting delayed. Now it may take further some more extended period of high interest rate environment. That's where the market is concerned, Tanya, at this point of time, and we can expect further two rate hikes from Federal Reserve. That's also on the corner. So put together, we have to live in the high interest rate environment for some more time, which may further slow down the growth. That's where the market is concerned at this point of time.
Okay. Talking about some other news, Mr. Batini, SEBI has reduced the timeline for listing of securities after the closure of public issue to 3 days from the current 6 working days. And with T as the issue closing date, the securities will now, have to be listed on T plus 3 day versus the current T plus 6 day policy. So this is a significant move, Mr. Batini, but what are its implications according to you, and how do you see this move for the investors?
It's a welcoming move, Tanya. As the issue closes, investors need not have to wait for extra 3 days,
Hmm.
6 days currently, and extra 3 days. Now
Hmm.
it will be reduced to 50%, that is T plus 3 days. So the
Right.
issue will be get listed on the third day after the issue date get closed, and there will be further liquidity in the hands of the investors, and also the promoters could able to receive the company could able to receive the funds immediately into their hands. So this liquidity overhang can go, and it's a welcoming move. Probably this is the fastest across the globe post the issue get over. So it's a welcoming move, and the investor hands also. If the investor is not allotted with the shares, there will be immediate funds available in their bank account. The blocking of ASBA is released, so the investor can use for his personal purposes, or he can apply for some other ongoing issues in the market. So uh, it releases the money in the hands of the investors at a very rapid pace, I can say.
Okay, absolutely. And now let's talk about some sectors, Mr. Batini, like after the policy specifically, that which are the sectors, that will be in focus, and what should investors really do? I mean, which sectors should they focus on, especially after the policy decision?
Yeah. One thing is the status quo has maintained.
Hmm.
If RBI went on to take any increase of policy rates, that would have worsened the mood, I can say. Uh, but thanks to the MPC, they understood the growth prospects, and they understood the near-term overhangs with respect to inflation is concerned. Uh,
Hmm.
Tanya, right now, what we can see is we need to understand we are in a high interest rate regime or high interest rate cycle. So when in a high interest rate cycle, the general tendency is the interest rate sensitives, so-called the autos and reality, they have to be in a softer note, and the growth is going to impacted. So with respect to the current monetary policy is concerned, uh, in a high interest rate cycle, what we are witnessing is the increase in auto number sales, and also all the reality stocks have been doing giving very good numbers. Tanya, are you there?
Yeah, yeah. Please go
Yeah.
ahead, Mr. Batini.
Yeah. So, in a high interest rate environment, we are the market. What we are witnessing is a rise in auto numbers, and also uh, rise in reality numbers. The real estate companies are posting very good numbers, and we are witnessing good gains in reality stocks and also auto stocks. So, what we can sense from these things is we are seeing a different India, and the disposable incomes with people are going up, and the growth prospects are quite strong. So at this point of time, investors can stick to their current investment philosophy. There is no immediate churning of their portfolio because of the RBI monetary policy at this point of time. They can stick to their banking stocks in their portfolio, as well as auto stocks in their portfolio. Uh, it is expected to do well overall, as we are one of the fastest growing economy in the globe.
Okay, absolutely. And a lot of these names from defense and railway pack, Mr. Batini, these stocks have been buzzing off late. So, any top bets that you like from these particular spaces like defense and and railways as well? Like we have seen sharp run up in RVNL, Nasdaq, and a lot other stocks as well. Any top bets that you have from this particular space?
Uh, you mentioned rightly, Tanya. Yeah, we have markets witnessed a phenomenal rally in defense stocks, and
Hmm.
most of the defense stocks from mid and small cap, even large cap also, they have given phenomenal returns in defense space. While
Right.
coming to railways, railway stocks have been quite resilient, and they have been doing extremely good in the past fortnight. Uh, as what we can see with respect to railways is concerned, uh, the capex with respect to railways has been going up, and what we are witnessing is, one hand, the railway safety is the paramount for the railways, and also we can see the passenger comfort also very important theme for the railways right now, and the modernization of both the signaling systems, and also introduction of new trains, increasing the number of trains, just to mention uh, the Vande Bharat expresses, the just to name, and also the modernization of railway stations across India. So this is bringing the focus towards railway stocks. The order books have been quite robust, and also the earning visibility with respect to railway stocks is quite robust. That's
Okay.
causing the railway stocks to be in the forefront. So what we are witnessing is the wagon stocks are very good, like Jupiter Wagons. The company come up with very good set of numbers.
Hmm.
Uh, uh, so investors at any dip, they can uh, they can buy Jupiter Wagons and rights. These are the stocks one can keep on their watch list for a medium
Okay.
to long term.
Okay, absolutely. And on that wonderful note, thank you so much, Batini, Mr. Batini, for sharing these wonderful picks with us and being with us here on Business Today television.
Thanks, Tanya.
So, with that, it's time for me and my team to wrap up this edition of Market Today. But, if you look at the markets at this point in time, we are still in the red. 65,809 level there on Sensex, 188 points lower, 19,578, 50 points lower on Nifty as well. And let's see how the action pans out going forward. But you don't have to go anywhere. You just have to stay tuned to Business Today television, and also don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms. So with that, it's a wrap up. Many thanks for watching.
Hello everyone and welcome to Business Today Television. I am Bhavya Kaushal and today we have a very special guest with us. It's none other than Nikhil Kamath, who leads